right? Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. So if you take the mindset of I'm gonna use all my money, I'm gonna save my money, I'm not asking the banks for anything, I'm gonna save my money, you're gonna move slower, right? If you wanna go fast, you go by yourself. If you wanna go far, you're gonna go with a team. And the banks you have to utilize as your teams, right? A lot of people practice, no debt, no debt, no debt.
Mhm.
That's because they're not pivoting properly on the systems that they have. We've been trained and programmed that use your own money because nobody can ever take anything away from you, right? Use your own money and it's going to feel good that you earned it. Well, if you use your money, let's just say to buy a property, let's say one property was $50,000 and you saved up your savings, used your 401k, whatever money you have saved up, and you acquired that $50,000 property debt free. I took my same $50,000 and I got 2 to 3 other loans to get me 2 to 3 other properties. When you're trying to catch up to as many properties that I have, it's going to take you longer to save that 50K again when I may have only used 20 or 30,000 and I still have 20,000 in my pocket because I leveraged OPM, which is other people's money, right? Now, where people get things misconstrued and confusing is that they stop right there. Oh, but you got 3 properties and you got mortgages on them. You're correct. I do. I got a property over here with 1 property and there's no mortgage. Correct. You're correct. But here's where my strategy is. I'm going to continue to run up the debt because I'm not afraid of debt. And the reason why I'm not afraid of debt is because I understand the end game. I understand that in life, you got a beginning and you got an end. We all are going to face the end. It's what you do in between on that bracket from the beginning to the end. If
Right.
you set your mindset up right and understand what you're getting into, you understand that I'm going to eventually die. There is nothing, how I die might be different, but at the end, I'm going to die. So if I know that I'm going to pass away, how am I preparing for my death? And that's why I think about it. So I go and get a whole life insurance policy that covers any of the debt that I'm acquiring from all the properties that I'm getting. One example is this: every LLC, I'll spend up to $500,000. So if I get 3 properties at, one property at 200,000, another property at 200,000, I'm at 4. My last property may be another 150 to 2. So I hover between 5 and 600,000. I go get a whole life insurance policy for $1 million. If anything happens to me, the beneficiary of my whole life insurance policy is that LLC. So that means that $500,000 will pay off my debt. The other 500,000 is going to go to my family. Why would I ever care about that? Why would I ever? I have an end plan. I have an exit strategy. So while the person who's trying to not get the loans, the person who's trying to use their capital, you're going to spend more time invested on trying to make money. I'm going to spend more time invested utilizing money. So when you're making it, I'm leveraging it. I'm going to leverage the money, right? As I'm building up my debt, I'm building up my exit plan of my debt. So if anything happens to me, the debt is going anyway. Everybody's going to leave this earth with some type of debt. You're going to own a phone. You're going to owe a phone bill. You're going to owe a car note. You're going to owe some insurance. You're going to owe somebody something. So when you take the mindset of that, oh, I don't want to owe anybody anything, that's not the right mindset to take because you owe somebody right now. We're on the internet right now. And guess what? At the end of the month, we're going to have to pay this internet bill, right?
Absolutely.
So if for some reason, we get called home before that bill comes out of our account, guess what? We still owe that bill. So when you think about it like that, you're always going to owe somebody. And if you understand how to cover your debt, if you understand how to cover it by having a better policy and a better mindset, you're not going to mind the debt. You're not going to mind the debt. I don't want to move fast. I don't want to move slow. I want to move correct.
Yeah, most shit can't be televised. In life, you gotta compromise. Been jumping like I'm teleport. In the coupe, yeah, that shit be sport. Back then, I jumped off the porch. With a 2-3, that's my baby toy. Drug dealers with the fenced door. Hit it.